Hello guys, it's me, Red the Avid Dinosaur, and today with another Summit overview on the Crew 2 with Audi Addiction this week. Basically a summit all around Audi. So, what to say more about this? Well, I didn't use like a special tuning setups and everything, but at the difference of the other overview that I didn't show too much about my cars and all that, I'm actually in this one gonna show you all the tuning setups and the parts that I used on the cars, and also the cars that I used as well, obviously. So with this out of the way, well, let's start. So first, with this escape on off-road that is basically on a part of a mountain, you're gonna say that it's quite difficult. Actually it's not, it's actually pretty easy. What you have to do is basically go on the other way around as I did, and after that use a hypercar. Is really recommended you use one of those. Don't stick with a rally raid or a rally cross car. Use a hypercar for this. After that you just go straight like I did, right down. Well, obviously skip the part that I crash into a rock, of course, but after that just go all the way down. Be careful, there is a lot of trees on the way, so you need to be focused on that part. Try to just not use your nitro too much. Try to use it like responsibly, like in parts that you feel that if the car is going too slow, that's when you have to use your nitro. In this part, in this car especially, I use the Nitro Chemist one, so it's pretty recommended that if you have a Nitro Chemist build, use it. So, but if you don't have it, well, you can use just try to be responsible with your nitros. That's all I have to say. But after that, go to this entry of the highway. I will recommend going to this way around. I try to go to the other way. If the traffic helps you, you can actually evade the circle. In my case, I didn't have that luxury. Actually, I had a lot of incidents, so including the part of the rock. So I wasn't able to actually get the too much points. 120 points is actually pretty decent. That's like the standard to get platinum. Just keep in mind that. Also, I'm gonna show you the another try I did that is more cleaner, and try to get it again. So if you want to do it, that's the best option for you. Just take this route, and that's pretty much it, what you have to do on this escape. So now at low altitude with my score breaker plane, I will show basically the build and the tuning setups at the end. Just go straight forward, just evade a few bridges, fly very low as obviously, and just go upside down. That's the best way to actually get more points. Pretty straightforward, nothing out of this world. Again, I will really recommend, if you have a score breaker, is the best option. But if not, well, just try to be really precise and try to fly as low as possible. Okay, time for the slalom in the New York airport. Really easy to do. I actually took another score breaker, my Ducati, and it's actually just follow the points, and that's pretty much what you have to do. Again, it's better that you do this with score breaker because doubles your points. But if not, well, just try to do it as fast as possible, and that's pretty much what you have to do. But it's pretty straightforward, nothing out of this world. Is the same with the low altitude plane. Not too much to get complicated into, so that's pretty much what you have to do. So yeah, let's continue on the next one. Okay, time for the USST West event with the first vehicle, that is the Audi S1 Rallycross. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Just be mindful of your surroundings. Just like have good braking, a lot of throttle control. That's pretty much what you have to do with these USST events. are just basically sprint races that you have to beat the time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's basically the USST events. And this car actually handles really well. Like, it's gonna help you a lot. As you're gonna see on the later part of the video that I'm gonna show the build and tuning setup, I didn't use anything fancy. This car, I rarely use it. I didn't put like a nitrochemist, but if you have a nitrochemist set, you're more than welcome to do it. Hell, you're gonna make a better score than me. So that's pretty much what you have to do. Again, well, even when you are using a score breaker, it's better that you actually know basically to drive this car and know the layout of the track. Since I managed to use these USST events as for grinding, I kinda know them a bit more, but at the same time it's not hard. So you just go mind your, as I said, mind your surroundings, and that's pretty much what you have to do. Just a lot, like, have not patience, but at the same time know how to drive these cars. It can be a bit tricky, especially these rallycross vehicles can be a bit chaotic, and if you don't know what you're doing. But that's pretty much what you have to do. So I'm gonna leave you with the rest of the drive, and I will leave you at the same time with the tuning setups and build of this car. So yeah, let's pass to the other one. Okay, race in Harlem with the new car, the RS2 Avant from 1994. I'm gonna make a review further about this vehicle, lap times, performance, and customization later on in another video, so I'm not gonna disclose all that in this one. All I have to do is that the car, you know, handles pretty well. It's not the best, but it handles good. And all I have, and also a good recommendation that I have to say to you is actually go to the customization and put wide fenders and stretch tires. Why I'm saying this is because actually the car handles better with these two things. Yes, as much Ubisoft and Ivory Tower doesn't want to say, oh yeah, the vanities actually change the performance of the car. Actually, they do. Actually, you need to have to do those, so actually you have a better performance in terms of handling. But that's all I have to say about that. Nothing too fancy, nothing too, like, nothing too complicated about this thing. This race, as I said, I'm gonna just leave you with the drive, so when I'm basically completing the whole race. But and also at the final of that, I will leave you with the tuning setup. So if you want to skip it to the next track, I will just do it right now. But meanwhile, just enjoy the drive and with the setup. So time for the next one. Alright, time for the motocross event with my Nighthawk. I just call it that way. It's a KTM 450 Nighthawk edition, but it's one of the best motocross bikes you can get. I think it got released shortly for all the players, I think less of a month ago. I'm not sure. I got this on the Motorpass, so I'm not sure when this got released for all the players. But at the end of the day, basically what I have to say about this race, just be mindful of not going too quick. Yes, I know that it sounds a bit contradictory, but it's because sometimes you can crash into the props. What I'm saying is, like, you can crash into the damn checkpoints, and it's really annoying. Sometimes can be really stressful. So just be mindful of that. Like, you can like, what I will say is actually just spam the nitro when you are kind of landing, so you can regain all the speed you lost. But just be mindful of not going too quick. If you're gonna go really quick, just first you can overshoot the track and basically lose the checkpoint, or just can crash into the prop, or the best option is basically just jump on the checkpoint so you don't crash into it. So just leaving those recommendations out of the box. Yeah, this motocross one can be tricky, but at the same time can be actually really fun if you do it well. So, I'm just gonna leave you with of how I did it and the tuning setups and the last part of this race. So yeah, let's pass to the other one. Alright, another forced event, this time with the Audi RS3 touring car on one of the Dominion Forsberg tracks. Yes, this is understeering time with this car because, yeah, this is a front wheel drive car, and sometimes having too much power in these front wheel drive cars can be quite problematic. But it's not as bad as other games. Like, at least you have at least some sense of handling on this. Actually handles pretty well. I was expecting a bit worse time with this Audi, but actually it's pretty well. Things that I could recommend: just have a bit of throttle control and also good braking, because yes, the handling has been improved in these tuning cars, but the lack of acceleration can be a bit awful. But you have nitrous to counter that. And also, when it comes to cornering, just again, as I said, just try to mind your throttle. At the same time, if you're going too wide, try to just brake a bit, not too much, so you can just take the corner very well. You can, like, as I said, understeering sometimes can be a bit of bitch, just to say that. So just keep on mind that, all I have to say. So I am gonna repeat that word a lot of times, but that's pretty much when it comes to this car. So I will leave you with the drive and see you on the next test. Alright, time to Dominion Frozen with any Audi on a street race. So you can pick between the R8, the new RS3, the RS7, you know, and the TTRS. All the Audis on a street race are available for you to pick. In my case, I use again the the RS2 Avant from 1994, just for the sake of, you know, using something new. You're gonna see me just racing against basically myself in this Ghost, because I actually, in this case, I'm just gonna tell you, I actually have the idea to actually use the RS7 Sportsback for this, but I forgot to hit the record button. So yeah, I did a lap without recording, so that's pretty much it. But that's actually leaves us to actually compare the two cars and which is a better option. So when it comes to the RS2 Avant, I will suggest, like, any Audi is good, but the RS2 is an actual kind of good choice for this one, if you know that is a Dominion Frozen event. So these Dominion Frozen events are like you have to have a lot of control and a lot of and no good braking points, because the whole track is frozen. So the handling changes a lot. The cars will drift a lot, will steer different, all that good stuff. So if you're gonna pick any other car, just be mindful, have something that you feel comfortable with. Doesn't have to be my car, you can pick any other, but just again have good braking points, be mindful with your throttle, because these Dominion Frozen events can be a bit messy on that section. So just leaving you with that. I will leave you with the drive as usual, and in the final part you will find the tuning setup of the RS2 Avant if you need it. So that's pretty much what you have to do, and yeah, let's pass to the other one. Okay, time for the last event, a Jersey circuit with any touring car. I truly recommend you use the Saleen S1 GT4 for this one. By far the best touring car in the game right now, and I think it's gonna be the best on the crew too, unless they decided to add another one that is better than this. But so far, S1 GT4, the car drives insanely well. You can actually just take corners really good with this thing. It's an amazing car, all I have to say. So if you have the opportunity, use this thing. And you're gonna see it on the whole drive when I just disappear, but it's really good. I will leave you also with the setups at the final, but exceptional car, and this is an actual really enjoyable race that I have to complete. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I had a lot of fun doing this one, so I hope you enjoy it as well. So yeah, see you with the last points, and yeah, to close the video and conclusions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, with all this, I basically got 1,312 points. Yes, I know some basically a score breaker and some nitrochemist builds were used. This could actually change in your case if you don't have these builds. You can, like normally you can get a 1.1 or 1.2 if you are actually really good. Some people actually manage to get 1.4, and those are like the top 10s, top 100s. I'm not like that. I'm basically just another guy playing this game. I'm not gonna sweat the hell out of this, but you know, 1,000,000.3 is more than enough to get the platinum. That's pretty much what I have to say about this Audi Addict Summit. That's all you have to do. Thanks for watching. I hope this actually helps you to do your summit. It's a bit of overview, but at the same time, it's an actual guide. It's a bit different to the last one I did, but again, I'm here just to help and actually make the crew to play through and actually your summits a bit more easy, to say that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section how did you did, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, thank you very much and see you on the next one. Goodbye.